All right, here we go. We are live on Friday with Sinistea hunting day 105. Hello there, Hulk. Happy Friday. So this is not usually when I do my stream, obviously. The reason for that, two reasons. Wow, my number matched with Dave in my box. That's wonderful. Two reasons. So tomorrow I just have stuff at the normal time where I would usually be streaming. But today we had Pokemon news, and I figured, you know what? Let's do some Sinistea hunting and let's talk about the Sinnoh stuff. Yeah. So spoilers if you didn't see the Pokemon presentation, I guess. I have a feeling that anyone watching this is definitely up to date on the news. But yeah, we got some Pokemon news. The key things being, oh, is it going to be hailing over where the Sinistea usually are? Please don't be hailing. Please, weather change now. It did not change. All right, well, we're going to have to deal with hail today. Guess that's that. Let's see, that means I should lead with... You know, but I have to taunt first. Whatever. We're not going to find it today anyway, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, they announced Sinnoh remakes and also Sinnoh prequels, which is perhaps the more interesting thing that was not as expected. I'm pretty excited for both projects, but I do want to see more details about both of them. The Sinnoh remakes, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Oh, Nidoran, go away. Go away, Nidoran. That is actually sort of what I was hoping for in terms of remakes. I was curious how they were going to do how they were going to transfer an existing game from a 2D style, like a top-down perspective, into 3D graphics. And I was sort of thinking that it would make sense for them to do a sort of Let's Go style graphics, but I didn't want them to keep Let's Go style mechanics. And it looks like they haven't done that. It looks like Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl should have the same battle mechanics in the sense that you encounter Pokemon and battle them instead of just going right into a catching minigame when you encounter them. It seems to be a pretty faithful remake. So now my question here is, it's a very faithful remake, which I'm personally excited for, but I'm curious what that means for, like, how many Pokemon are going to be present. Like, are we going to see any Pokemon after Gen 4 present in the games, or is it literally just going to be the Gen 4 Pokedex? And same with, like, Platinum content. How much Platinum content is going to make its way into these Diamond and Pearl remakes? Hello, Omar. It is indeed tea time again. And yes, we are talking about the remasters of Diamond and Pearl and the open world prequel. Exactly. Perfect summary. Yeah, everyone's caught up to speed. This is what we're doing. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's cool that they're coming out so close together. We'll probably be getting the Diamond and Pearl remakes, I would guess, in October or November of this year. Probably November. And then the Arceus, Pokemon Legends Arceus, is coming out early 2022. So, like, less than 6 months, I would guess, like, March or April of 2022, we're going to be getting this other Sinnoh game that's, like, drastically different. I don't know, it's cool. But yeah, the big questions that I have right now that I want answered are, like, how many Pokemon are going to be returning, which sucks that that's a question we have to ask, but because of what happened with Sword and Shield and them cutting so many Pokemon, it's like every game moving forward now. It's like, all right, how many Pokemon are coming back? Guessing no Platinum content and no Pokemon past Sinnoh. That's kind of what I would guess too, because based on... I kind of think that these Diamond and Pearl remakes started as Let's Go style games, just because of the art style and it makes more sense to translate a 2D region into kind of 2.5 dimensions is sort of what that style is. That's a Sinistea. So I was kind of thinking that they maybe started development as Let's Go games, but then they were like, well, let's include the main mechanics and let's make them pretty faithful remakes. But I think like Let's Go, Pikachu, and Eevee, it's pretty much going to be limited to the Sinnoh Pokedex, which has very interesting implications for the for VGC and competitive play, because it's possible that we'll continue using Sword and Shield for VGC, which is not necessarily a bad thing. That would actually be kind of cool. But I don't know. It's just, I'm definitely intrigued by these remakes, and I want more information about them soon. Because it doesn't look like a thing where it's like, there's not going to be some gimmick. They're not going to try to shoehorn Dynamax in. Like, Dynamax, I don't think Dynamax will be present. And I kind of doubt that they would have Mega Evolution either. I don't know, maybe they will. I have no idea. Those are my outstanding questions. And then stuff like the Battle Frontier. Obviously, people were upset that they didn't include the Battle Frontier in the Hoenn remakes. So you'd hope that since it's this other company that's not Game Freak that's developing the Diamond and Pearl remakes, hopefully they would like have time and actually go through the effort of porting over every single feature, especially if it ends up being just a direct port of Diamond and Pearl, but with updated graphics. Then you would really hope that they really do include every feature. Yeah, wonder if in the future we're going to have a Sword and Shield remake. Oh, undoubtedly at some point. But probably not for another 10 or 15 years or so. Which, I have no doubt that Pokemon will still be around then. Who knows what kind of format. Yeah, gosh, just imagining like what the current games would look like as a remake someday is mind-blowing. What? Random Nidoran encounter? No. Not interested. Go away, wild Nidoran. Boo. No one likes Nidoran. That's not true. Lots of people like Nidoran. I don't like wandering into Nidoran when I'm trying to get teacups. Thank you, Sinistea. Speaking of Sinistea, pretty sure that I'm not going to be able to do Sinistea hunting in the Gen 4 games. Pretty sure that Sinistea is not going to be a random encounter in the Old Chateau. Or whatever that place is called in the Eterna Forest. But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely excited. I think the character sprites, the character models, the overworld character models are going to take a little bit of getting used to, but they don't look bad by any means. When they make the Sword and Shield remakes, they're going to have 40 graphics. Exactly. Everything will be visible in the first, second, third dimensions at all times at once. By the time we get to these remakes, they will exist simultaneously with this version of the game. Know that your Torterra and Houndoom are going to be in the game. Right. Like, I think it's going to be cool because there's a lot of Sinnoh Pokemon that didn't make the cut for Sword and Shield. So it is going to feel like a lot of Pokemon that we haven't seen in a long time, which is a good thing, at least. I think that will be cool. Everything is visible. That's so, yeah. Oh, and the other thing I was going to talk about with the remakes, obviously I've said that I think it will probably only be the Sinnoh decks, but the company working on them is Ilka, and they're the company that did Pokemon Home, or that continues to work on Pokemon Home. So Pokemon Home has all of the models and all of the move data and level up data for all of the Pokemon, right? Like, that's all information that's technically in Pokemon Home. So I'm thinking that maybe the Gen 4 remakes, within the games themselves, it might just be the Sinnoh decks, but I'm hoping that it would at least support being able to transfer Pokemon in using Pokemon Home. Like, that would be really nice, even if they weren't like things that you could catch in the wild, as long as you could just have some of your old Pokemon and bring them into the game. That would be nice. And it should be pretty easy for them to do, because that company has all of that Pokemon data. They have all that information already. It shouldn't be that difficult to add that in. So, anyway, I'm assuming we're going to see more information about that in the coming weeks, so I'm excited to stay tuned for that. Hope they don't make it the way of Pokemon Home and Sword and Shield and Let's Go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that Yeah, obviously I hope that they won't, that they'll just actually have all the Pokemon data in the game so that you can transfer Pokemon, but I just don't know, which is unfortunate. We just... Sword and Shield set a very dangerous precedent. That's, I think, the big reason why so many people were upset about them cutting the National Pokedex from the game, is it was like, now we don't know. With every game moving forward, we have no idea whether or not it's going to be... It's not just a given that you're going to be able to transfer Pokemon in, which is disappointing, but we'll see. We'll see. It is a different company than Game Freak, so I'm hoping that they have more time and more resources to put into some of those features that maybe didn't quite make the cut for Sword and Shield. So I'm definitely still hopeful about Gen 4 remakes, intrigued, and looking forward to more information. But potentially the more interesting news from today is obviously the prequel games, or the prequel game, Pokemon Legends in Sinnoh. And this, I think, makes a lot of sense, and I'm surprised that I didn't hear anyone talking about this as a possibility. But, you know, obviously, with revisiting old regions, it's so hard to transfer two-dimensional route design into a 3D environment and still retain those barriers. You know, you look at something like this wild area, and of course it's an original area. We've never seen this in 2D before, so it's not like... We don't have anything to compare it to, so it works as its own kind of, like, natural, organic environment that you can run around and explore. But the old regions, and figuring out how they were going to move forward with remaking those games in 3D, I think remaking them in a different time period is a really smart way to do it. Because then you don't have to worry about that route design aspect of it, and you can make things, you can totally change the scale. You know, the entire Sinnoh region, if it's not limited to, like, tiles, a tile-based map, you can really make it immense and include just so much space. And I don't know, I think there's so much potential for the Pokemon Legends game, and I think that there's potential for them to have a bigger focus on the story, especially in the Sinnoh region, where, you know, Diamond and Pearl and Platinum were all about, like, these myths and legends about these ancient Pokemon. It is this very old region, and it will be cool to be exploring that, like, before those myths and legends even existed. And yeah, I don't know, I just think that there's so much potential, and I'm hoping that they do it right. There's obviously ways that they could do it, like, if they just kind of make it like a... I don't want it to just be a huge wild area, because the wild area it's cool the first time that you run through it in Sword and Shield, but then after you've seen it, you've kind of seen it. So there has to be a reason to revisit particular areas and, like, explore and things to do. And people are, you know, comparing it obviously to Breath of the Wild, because it's like this, it's sort of being presented to us today as this open world Pokemon game, and part of what makes the open world work in Breath of the Wild is, like, you know, collecting resources, for example, you know, going around and picking stuff up and looking for collectibles. There's stuff to do all throughout the entire map, and I don't know that Pokemon necessarily has the experience with filling a map with that many things to do, but I don't know. It'll be their first time doing an open world game, so definitely interesting. But yeah, I was very excited to see that, because it's so different from what anyone had expected. Like, I don't think there was a single person in the world who thought we were gonna get prequel games for Diamond and Pearl. I'm pretty sure no one predicted that. And that just holds true for the Pokemon Company and what they do with the games. Is like, we have this very specific idea based on the previous release schedule. We're like, oh, well, they did Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so they remade Gen 3, so next is Gen 4. Gen 4 remakes. It's going to be Gen 4 remakes. That's 100% what's going to happen. And then they, like, I mean, they kind of did Gen 4 remakes, but also this thing that no one was expecting, and yeah. It was a good presentation overall. Very focused on the games. I liked Sometimes in some of the Pokemon presentations that they've done in the past, it's like sort of a whole bunch of just random information that I'm not as interested in. And I'm sure there are people who are interested in it, but they really knew the audience that they were talking to with this video. They were like, we're going to talk about Pokemon Snap, we're going to talk about the Diamond and Pearl remakes, we're going to talk about the Diamond and Pearl prequel. And then that was it. And they gave us a really nice teaser for all of that, and now I think we're all very excited for more information. And it's just a question of like, when is that information gonna come? How quickly is that gonna be revealed to us? Hello, Sam. I've pretty much talked through all my points with the Diamond and Pearl stuff, but I'm pretty excited. Is long story short, looking forward to more information. I think it is really interesting with Pokemon Legends how it's not like you're just going to have the Sinnoh starters. We've got the 3 starters are Rowlet and Cyndaquil and why am I blanking on water type? I'll get there in a minute. Not Piplup. It's the Oshawott. So so excited for Legend of Arceus Breath of the Pokemon. Indeed, yes. It's Pokemon Zelda. We're gonna have to fight Ganon. Could you imagine if, like, it was a kind of plot where, like, Giratina is trying to infect the world with the Distortion World, and you have to, like, team up with Arceus to fight Giratina? I don't know. Imagine if that was, like, the direction that they took it. Because they're calling it an action-adventure RPG, which, technically, I think they've called every Pokemon game an action RPG or an adventure RPG, but I don't know. Something about the way that they were like action-adventure RPG. There's, like, an additional element that they want to include beyond just going around and catching stuff. Because, I mean, it's a brand new region. There's no gym battles. This will be a game that has no gym battles. I don't even know if there will be trainer battles because there's not very many people there. So it will probably end up being based entirely around wild Pokemon. And I mean, like, I don't think it doesn't really make sense for there to be an evil team even, because again, it's like unexplored, nothing's established. It'll be really interesting. Game's graphics look a little unpolished, but considering it's a year away, I think they'll be able to clean up. I think it will probably look pretty similar to that. The only thing that I think will be fixed is the Chingling in the trailer. There's this one Chingling walking around in the wild area, and it's like, it just doesn't have enough frame data. Which I'm like, compared to all the other Pokemon that they showed, those ones all looked like they were moving around totally smoothly. But the Chingling, for whatever reason, just was choppy. I almost thought that might actually be part of the graphical style that they're going for, though. Like, they almost want it to look like this painted... Like, I almost wonder if the choppiness is somewhat intentional. I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, point being, I'm not expecting it to change too much before release, because looking at Sword and Shield, you know, we saw these early screenshots and videos and we were like, I mean, it looks a little sloppy, but they'll probably fix it. And then it was like, well, no, that was actually pretty much the final image. So yeah, I think there'll be some improvement, but I'm not expecting too much. I'm more interested in the mechanics and the story and, like, what the gameplay is going to be like. If it looks exactly like it looks in the trailer today, I'll be fine with it. But yeah, starters are interesting. Looks like Pokemon is giving us Link's Awakening and Breath of the Wild. Right, they're definitely taking a leaf out of the Zelda playbook, where, you know, the remake is sort of just this pretty faithful recreation of the original game, and the big draw is the changed up art style and just modern convenience features. Because, I mean, here's another thing that we always kind of forget about with re-releasing games. As people who have been with the series for a long time and have played Gen 4, there are people, you know, up until Gen 4, when they made Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I was super hyped because I never played Gold and Silver. I didn't have those games as a kid. And I didn't even get into Pokemon during the original Ruby and Sapphire. So I was excited about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire because that was my first chance to actually play those games. So there are people out there who have been, you know, they're now fans of Pokemon. They started playing in Sword and Shield and they've never played another Pokemon game. And being able to go back and like buy a DS and afford copies, pre-owned copies of Diamond and Pearl or Platinum, like it's not necessarily available to everyone. So it always fulfills that slight role of like fans who got into the series after these games originally came out. This is going to be their first chance exploring those games. So I think that a faithful remake does serve a really important purpose there, just for making the game available to people who want to play it. So anyway, that was just another random thought that I had of keeping in mind of value of doing a faithful remake, even if they don't end up adding too much new stuff. I hope that they'll add more new stuff too, but even if they don't, that's probably okay. Teacup. That's a random encounter, isn't it? Carablast. Screw you, Carablast. What if Arceus is the villain, big bad, and the dragons have to team up to kill God? That would be amazing. That would be so cool. I would love it if they made Arceus the villain of this game. That would be incredible. Wonder if they'll have little villages and things. I think it could be, maybe. I mean, I think it would make sense to have small settlements, but I don't know. They're making it sound like your home base village is like, that's the village. That's it. That is civilization. Everything else is just wilderness. Soul Silver was your first Pokemon game. Right, exactly. It's like, I'm sure there were people who played Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And well, actually, I don't think there were people who played Heart Gold and Soul Silver and thought that the original Gold and Silver were better, because Heart Gold and Soul Silver were so good. Those were like faithful remakes that also just added in a ton of content. So I don't know, maybe not the case with Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where people were like, why is it not just Emerald? I would rather just play Emerald. But for me, because I never got to play Omega Ruby, or the original Ruby or Sapphire, you know, it was a fresh new experience for me. Hello, Amber Palm. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Laughing at Pokemon Legends trainers. It's the same trainer from Diamond and Pearl, but as ninjas, right? the long-lost ancestors of Don and Lucas. Wish Dialga and Palkia had new forms, though. The images on the official site. Yeah, right. I saw that I don't think they're gonna have updated forms. I really don't think that they're really gonna change much at all as far as the story goes, which is disappointing because yeah, it would be like, even if they don't change up new forms with Dialga and Palkia, it would be nice if like Giratina still played a role besides going and finding it in the cave. I don't know. It would just be nice if they still incorporated some element of that. Even if it's something like the Delta episode that they did in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where here's this additional little bit that happened with the third version Legendary. But I was thinking about it like, I guess Arceus probably won't play a very big role. I don't even know if you'll be able to catch Arceus in the Diamond and Pearl remakes, because they're going to be saving it for this prequel. What if they made trainers like the Yiga clan? That'd be cool. I actually wouldn't mind that. If it was just trainers running around, like a sort of an evil team that was trying to colonize the island and use it to their advantage, exploit the natural resources. I don't know. There's definitely potential for them to have a more serious evil team if they do decide to go with that route, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to have enough like justification for having enough people on the island. Or I guess it's not even an island, it's technically a continent, isn't it? But on the continent to compose an entire evil team. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are some of the best. Yeah, absolutely, they're some of the best DS games. I think Heart Gold is my favorite Pokemon game. It's just, there's just so much there. Like, I don't think there's any other Pokemon game that... I mean, Soul Silver comes close in terms of content, but... What does youngster Joey's ancestor look like? Are his ancient shorts comfy and easy to wear? Right. What is the old dude in the first town talk about? Technology is so amazing. How do they justify online communication features? Will it even have online communication features? It wouldn't really make sense, because why would they have something like the GTS? What if it's like there's no online functionality whatsoever in Pokemon Legends? It's just completely standalone. Can't transfer Pokemon in, can't transfer Pokemon out. No, I'm sure there will still be online features, but the person talking about how amazing technology is gonna be like, wow, these wooden Pokeballs are awesome! I was thinking they'll release Arceus and BDSP when Legends comes out to commemorate. That could be true, yeah. I mean, maybe they'll have trading between the two games or something, because they should basically have the same Pokedex, which is a little bit, I don't know, part of that, it feels a little bit weird to me, that they're going to release two, like, major mainline games in a row that essentially have the same set of Pokemon, but they're going to be released so close to each other. It's not like we're going to be spending a year with BDSP and then all of a sudden we're going to have this new game that's like, oh, we just spent a year doing that. It's only going to be a couple months, and then we're going to have the new games. So, oh, that's a teacup. I need that teacup. Give me the teacup. They changed the starter Pokemon and... Oh, that's a Mime Jr. No, go away. Oh, when I ticked up the thing. Oh, well, that's okay. That's for the next one. This is for the next teacup that I run into. Changed the starter Pokemon in Pokemon Legends is now Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott. Right. Yeah. It's weird. It sort of makes sense. I saw someone saying, like, oh, well, you know, Decidueye is the archer, and Samurot's a samurai, and Typhlosion is a cool Pokemon. Which is like, I mean, yeah, maybe, I guess I can kind of see that as justification thematically, maybe, but no, it's interesting picks. It makes sense though, because if it is really being presented as like, here's this unexplored region, of course the professor wouldn't be giving you 3 Pokemon from an unexplored region. We haven't found those yet. So, because they showed in the trailer that like, Piplup and Chimchar, and I think even Turtwig, were just wandering around. They're native Pokemon. Which then has some interesting and kind of dark implications for Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, and every other mainline game, where it's like, why are the natural starters of the region not encountered anywhere except for the professor's lab? It's like they've been hunted to extinction or something. They used to roam freely, but then human development pushed them out of their natural habitats, and yay, Pokemon! We just love our happy message in Pokemon. The power of magic is amazing. Right, that's what the technology dude will say. That's how they justify online communication. Magic! It's some legend. They pray to Arceus, and Arceus transfers Pokemon between different games. That's exactly it. Gonna choose Brilliant Diamond because you're always brilliant. I'll probably go with Brilliant Diamond too. Diamond was the original game that I got. I'm down for more Diamond version. I like Dialga a little bit more than Palkia. That's what people have been saying, that there's no online features. Interesting. I mean, I guess because you're not going to have version exclusives, so that need for trade... But there's still trade evolutions, right? There are plenty of Pokemon in Sinnoh that require a trade to evolve them, but I guess you could just do that with NPCs. I don't know. That would be really interesting if they actually went with that direction. But yeah, it is really refreshing to have weird starters from other regions as the starter. Like, it's a cool way of doing it. It's like, yeah, there's still starter Pokemon. There's nothing really saying that your starter Pokemon in a game have to be from that region. Although, you know, with a new game, you would like them to be from that region because you want to play with new Pokemon right away. I think what's so cool about the Pokemon Legends reveal is, like, it's explaining this stuff that our expectations of what was possible that Game Freak would do for a game. Melichu raid. I'm skipping forward in the chat. Hello, everybody. I have never been raided. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Hunting Shiny Authentic Sinistea Day 105. I hope you enjoy my suffering. Very fancy. Hello, everybody. We're just talking about the Pokemon news from earlier today, and trying our best to find a pink teacup with a stamp on it, but spoiler alert, it's not going to happen. I've been at this for 105 hours. Hello, hello, everybody. Don't spam. Bram just wants to spot. I don't mind. I don't have very many people here usually, so, you know. I don't really care. Thank you all for stopping in. I apologize that we're not going to find a shiny Pokemon. That'd be really nice if, like, now that we actually have some people here, we could find a shiny Sinistea. Thank you for the raid. Everyone hit that like button and sub. But if you feel like it, you don't have to. but thank you for coming by. It is nice to see some people. What is everyone thinking about the Pokemon news from today? Sam, what the heck is Melichu? Melichu appears to be another YouTuber who I will have to go check out Melichu's channel. Yes, people who have been watching my stream, go check out Melichu, definitely. Happy to be my first raid. Yeah, thank you. That's very cool. That was a fun, surprising experience. I would definitely be interested to hear everyone's opinions on the Pokemon news today. We're talking about, like, I'm mostly at the point with the Pokemon Legends games that just came out, or the Pokemon Legend announcement. I'm just excited that they're kind of breaking down some of the conventions of the series, with the starters from other regions, and seeing how they're using these Pokemon that aren't native to the Sinnoh region as the starters. I don't know. It's cool. It's going to be really neat to see all of the games moving forward. Because I think there's going to be more Pokemon Legends games, right? Like, it's called Pokemon Legends Arceus. That sort of implies that there's going to be, like, Pokemon Legends Kyurem eventually, probably. There's only a small number of viewers. Yeah, insert the dream meme here. I did watch the Pokemon Direct today. It was very entertaining. I kept waking up beforehand. I set my alarm for 8:59 because it was at 9 a.m. my time, and apparently I was subconsciously excited for it because I couldn't stay asleep. I woke up at like 7 a.m. and then I woke up again at 8:30, and then I just decided to stay awake and just wait for the Direct to actually happen. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was definitely like, I didn't go into the presentation with super high hopes. I was definitely like, okay, we'll probably see something related to Sinnoh, right? But they definitely blew it out of the water in terms of what my expectations were. Yeah, Legends looks really nice. People have been talking about a little bit about like the frame rate or whatever, but I would be totally fine with if it looked exactly like the way that they showed it off today. I'm just excited to learn more about the mechanics and the gameplay at this point. Apparently, so this is also a little bit of a spoiler, apparently just before the presentation happened, like maybe an hour or so before that, they revealed, or someone leaked it. Someone leaked the games. And there are some screenshots that of some stuff that wasn't shown in the presentation today. So I don't want to spoil too much. The screenshots don't reveal too much information, but if you look around, you can find a couple additional details of things that weren't shown in the presentation today. But I won't talk about it here in case people don't want to be spoiled on that yet. I'm sure that they're going to talk about it fairly soon in some other presentation or something. Speaking of dreams, seem to be getting very unlucky with Sinistea RNG. Yes, I am manipulating the Pokemon RNG so that I can't find, so that I don't find Sinistea. I need the series to last longer. I've spent 105 days looking for it. I have to spend 105 more. Exactly. Oh, random Dragapult. But yes, hello everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. So glad you didn't get spoiled beforehand. Right, I just like I wasn't even aware that there were these spoilers floating around. Evening stream. I know, Connor. It's crazy. It's because I'm gonna be busy tomorrow at my normal time. So I just wanted to do a stream tonight and, you know, talk about Pokemon stuff. All you saw on Twitter this morning was a screenshot of Legends before the Direct. Yeah, apparently that's part of what was going around on Twitter, and this is one of those times where I'm fortunate to not have Twitter. I don't get spoilers. Yes, we are at 4,283 encounters. It's you know, it's a lot. I've been looking for this Sinistea for a long time, and I am exhausted, but you know, it is what it is. You know why Heatmore got burned? Because he couldn't take the heat anymore. But purposely didn't get on Twitter before you watched it. Makes sense. How many shiny fake Sinistea? So I have found 2 non-authentic shiny Sinistea. Back when I was hunting in the Glimwood... Is it Glimwood Tangle? It's been so long since I've been there. Glimwood Tangle. Yeah, I found 2 shiny non-authentic Sinistea there. I have yet to find a shiny Sinistea here in the Crown Tundra, authentic or otherwise. So yeah, I've got 2 phonies. I can show off my shiny collection quickly. What I've got from the Glimwood Tangle. I found basically everything in the Glimwood Tangle. These random Magikarp and Dreadnought and Conkeldurr. But I have all of the shinies from the Glimwood Tangle, including one. I have 2 pink Sinistea. I got duplicates of more of them too, but I traded several of them away. So that's kind of where I'm at with shinies. And then these are from Dynamax Adventures. Good old Skuntank. I love that shiny Skuntank. Oh, and then this is from Let's Go. Because I tried for literally months to get a shiny Ralts and never got it. Hey, fellow non-Twitter user. Exactly. I don't need that drama. I've got Cerebi for my Pokemon updates. Who needs Twitter? 3 Passimian. Yeah, I found so many shiny Passimian. It was so close to Forambe. Still remember the Morgrem? That's right. There were so many times where I was just like wandering around and like about to wrap up the stream in the last 5 minutes, and then random shiny Pokemon, not a Sinistea. I'm like, cool, great. I'm so excited. Because this teacup is the only shiny Pokemon, the only Pokemon that I'm shiny hunting for. The rest of them, I'm like, I mean, I'll take it. If I see a shiny Pokemon, I'm going to catch it, but, you know, it's like, the thing I'm looking for is the Sinistea. I've never felt compelled to hunt any other Pokemon, except for the Ralts. I did try to breed a shiny Ralts for a long time, and got so fed up with that instead I got into breeding competitive Pokemon. So I don't know. Well, eventually, a Sinistea has to be shiny and authentic, right? It's gotta happen someday. Connor, what did you think about the Pokemon news? Are you excited? What do you think will happen with VGC competitive format? Okay, so I watched the Panda Global compilation of like Wolfie and Cybertron reacting. And Wolfie's reaction when he does the roll, when the character does the roll, Wolfie goes, "What? They can move!" I was like, anyway, that was my favorite reaction. You know why Skuntank makes a great judge? Because he always brings order in the court. Odor in the court. I messed it up. I've ruined the joke. Gonna go lurk, most likely for the rest of the stream. Good luck. Thank you. Yeah, no worries. Absolutely. I usually go for about an hour. I started at 7, so I'll be done in another, like, 25 minutes or so. I usually fit in... I can usually do 100 Sinistea encounters in an hour. So that's what I call a day of shiny hunting. So that's the plan. That's what I'm doing. Connor finished Ori and the Blind Forest. Nice. Congrats. Awesome. That's pretty cool. I have done basically no notable gaming achievements recently besides losing multiple games of chess consecutively. So that was fun. I tried to do more team building. I still want to make a cool Series 8 team. I was doing something with Geomancy Xerneas and Follow Me Togekiss because I was like, oh, Fairy Aura powering up Togekiss. Togekiss can redirect, set up Geomancy, and then you just like go Moonblast and Dazzling Gleam and stuff. Could be fun. So that was the most recent thing I've been testing on Showdown, but it's not actually good enough to build in game yet. So I don't know. I have not cracked the Series 8 format yet. It has not exactly gone my way. Why do you enjoy Frisbee so much? Just love disc. Imagine playing Frisbee with a love disc. You could probably do it. It would probably work. They're definitely going to keep it in Sword and Shield. They're not going to lose Dynamax and not have any sort of big mechanic chain for competitive. I agree. Yep. I think that that's most likely what's going to happen, is that the competitive scene will stay in Sword and Shield, especially because they had to postpone all of the in-person competitions for this year and even moving into next year. I don't think they're going to want to skip out on a World Championships where you don't do it in the Galar region with Dynamax and stuff. So I think you're right about that. But we'll see exactly how it goes. Yes, Central Standard Time. Yeah, hype. Thought it was neat. Not super thrilled, but you'll see how it goes. I was pleasantly surprised, mostly because I wasn't expecting anything beyond, like, beyond just Diamond and Pearl remakes. So, I don't know. The Pokemon Legends thing is an original direction that the series can go in. So I'm excited for that aspect of it specifically. Hello, Smoxley. Happy Friday. It is Friday. Haven't gotten very far into Hollow Knight yet. Forgot to mention beat the Radiance last weekend. Nice! Congrats. Trying for the speedrun achievement. The speedrun achievement, that's sort of where I'm at now with Hollow Knight, is I have to do like the speedrun and Steel Soul stuff. And there is so much game to do. Had a slow Hornet one on your game. Don't want to start all over. Right. Well, I don't know. You could go for... There's like a couple different tiers of speedrun, right? You can go for like... Is it 20 hours and 40 hours and then maybe one more even before that? So you don't have to like get the highest record first. But I don't know. But yeah, I know the pain of that, where it's like you're slightly behind pace and it's like, I don't want to start all the way over, but don't dox myself. Oh no. I have revealed my time zone. Shoot. Meant to say Central Standard Time. Right. I'm in Central Standard Time. ZST. Exactly. I need an art section for my Discord. I could set up an art channel. That would be cool. I could do that. Connor got a new car yesterday. Nice. That's pretty cool. Gonna get some dinner. Hope I have a great rest of my night. Thank you for the raid, Melly2. I will definitely check out your channel after this, and everyone coming from my end, go check out Melly2. They were kind enough to raid my stream this evening, which was very nice. Fun first time experience for me. But yes, enjoy your dinner. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, car things. Hello, Gage. Hello, everybody. Am I up to date with my encounter? Yes, I marked that one. I'm like trying to keep track of reading chat, not running into non-Sinistea Pokemon, and also keeping my counter updated when I do find a Sinistea. I am staying coherent. I can speak the words and do this. I have multitasking experience. Yes, indeed. I know exactly what I'm doing. Aha, teacup. We got it. We got that teacup. Still not shiny. It's never going to be shiny. If you reveal your time zone, Dialga will know where to find you. Dialga wants to know your location. Hook it up with that Discord link. Yeah, the Discord link is... I believe it's on my channel's banner and in the About section of my channel. It's pretty quiet. But Smoxley did just make this awesome artwork of Iris with her dragon Pokemon. So if you want to see that artwork, definitely... that's the highlight of the Discord, honestly. Is Smoxley's excellent artwork. But yes, if you are interested in the Discord, I believe it's in the About section on my channel. I think that's where it is. Haven't had anything but sugar and caffeine today. That makes for a very interesting day. Melly told me you're going for authentic. Yes, I am going for shiny authentic Sinistea. I no longer remember the odds on it. I only know that they're significantly higher odds, or not higher odds, lower odds than whatever I've encountered so far. I'm like 4,000 encounters in, and I figure it's going to take at least 40,000 more. Yeah, Sam. I think Sam has the right odds. Sam probably knows them. Coolest fish. Sam is coolest fish. 1 over 1363 times 1 over 12. Something like that. That sounds fairly accurate. Because yeah, like I've knocked out 1,000 Sinistea. I've got the shiny charm. So I'm operating at the highest possible odds, but they're still low. Very low odds. Yes, thank you for the luck. It has definitely been a trying hunt so far, but you know, it's all good. I did the first 100 days, each day only actually being an hour of hunting, but I did the first 100 hours as quote unquote season 1. So now we're like 5. This is our 5th day of season 2. I used to do this every day. I was like 11 a.m. to noon every single day of the week. Let's look for Sinistea, and then I went insane. So, you know, took like 2 months off. We're getting back into it. Your painting and art made it look like you made it with your fingers and not a brush. Nothing wrong with finger painting. Finger painting is legitimate painting. Looks like 10% for regular, 1% phony, so 1 in 11. Right. It's like a 1 in 11 chance. It's like regular shiny odds, and then add on a 1 in 11 chance on top of that, basically. Your eyes keep shaking. That's, you know, caffeine and sugar will do that to you. How long have I been hunting? So this is day 105. Most of that was in the Glimwood Tangle, because it was before the Crown Tundra DLC came out. I started back in July, I think, and I hunted basically every day July through October, and then kind of put it on hold, and then just got back into it in January again. So that was in Glimwood Tangle. In Old Cemetery, weather changes the rate? What? This is news to me. I was not aware of this. How does it change the rate? The rate of shinies or the rate of Sinistea spawning? This is news to me. I did not know this information. I thought Sinistea spawns were consistent in every weather in Old Cemetery. Interesting. Temper paint and worse paint. What makes temper paint different from regular paint? I have not actually heard of this before. Oh, teacup. We got it. I thought you were almost 2 months of Ring Class over bad. I know. It's intense. Oh, and I forgot. I did the first 1,000 encounters not even on stream. So I forgot about that. I've been hunting it on stream for 105 days. I did 1,000 encounters before that. Worst rate is 1 in 20 phony during harsh sunlight. Best is 1 in 14 in thunderstorm. 0% Sinistea during sandstorm. Really? You just don't find any during a sandstorm? I guess I've been lucky that it hasn't been a sandstorm yet then. Authentic is always 1%. Phony rate changes. Okay, that's good, because I'm only looking for an authentic one. So as long as the authentic rate doesn't change, I'm good. Meant to say 1 in 20 authentic and 1 in 14 authentic, not phony. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look this up afterwards, because I haven't double checked how the Sinistea spawning in Crown Tundra works since it actually came out. So I'm gonna have to look all this up and catch up on the rates that people have found out. I do think this is the most efficient place to hunt it, because you can actually see them spawning in the overworld. But I've always been curious if there was anything different with the number of authentic spawns. So, very interesting. I will definitely have to look into that more. Ah, teacup. We got it. It dries like an acrylic, but works like oil paints. And oil paints tend to need time to work with. Interesting. Very interesting. I have very limited artistic ability. How often do I stream and when do I usually go live? So my normal stream time is 11 to noon Central Time on Saturdays. I used to do it more frequently than that, but just last week I started a new part-time job, so I'm slightly switching up my stream schedule. But usually most Saturdays at 11 a.m. Central Time is the normal time that I do my shiny hunting. But yeah, unfortunately, it's like just within the past week or two, I've totally switched up my schedule because of this new part-time job, which is a good thing, but like a good thing personally, but in terms of my channel and consistently doing stuff, it's messed things up a little bit. I used to be so good, it was like stream every single day, or for a little while I was doing a stream every other day, but Saturdays are the normal day. Today is an exception again, because I'm making this very clear for everybody. I'm doing a very good job of this. But no, today is an exception because I have a random work thing tomorrow afternoon at the time where I usually stream, and I just couldn't wait to talk about the Pokemon news, so I did an extra stream. But yeah, that's usually Saturdays at 11 a.m. That is the time that I aim for, whenever possible. And then as I get more into a new schedule with this part-time job, then I will reevaluate how often I can do other streams. So yeah, I guess I've done a lot of shiny hunting, but for a while I was also doing competitive Pokemon streams, which were pretty fun. So I would like to get back into that at a certain point, but I just don't have time for it right now, unfortunately. Current rate is 17% phony, 1% authentic, listed on the Bulbapedia encounter tables. Okay. Yeah, I usually look at Cerebi, so yeah, I should definitely check out Bulbapedia if they have it broken down that precisely. Seems like a good resource. Smoxy's hungry. You should eat some food then. You should eat some more caffeine and sugar. Looking at random encounters. Overworld encounters are more consistent. 1% worse chances for phony during snowstorm. Okay. So I'm not hunting in the most ideal circumstances right now. But yeah, that's really weird that the random encounter rates change that much. That's, like, high variability. It's such a random thing to have the Sinistea rates change that much. I don't know. I still think this is the most efficient place to hunt Sinistea because, you know, back in Glimwood Tangle, I'd hunt for like an hour and maybe find 18 or 19 Sinistea. Whereas here, I can pretty consistently find about 100 in an hour. Which is just more opportunities to roll for it, at least. Dinner should be soon. That's good. Dinner is a good thing to do when you're hungry. I approve of this plan. I had a very late lunch just before this. So I'm actually not hungry. Usually I'm hungry at this time. Just saw the title, day 105. Yep. And again, a day, quote unquote, is an hour of hunting. So it's more like hour 105, but it's gone on for a while. It's been a hunt. I have encountered a lot of Sinistea, and only 2 of them were shiny, but not authentic. Learning more than you ever needed to about Sinistea. I know. This is why I stopped keeping track of the numbers. I was like, you know what? I'm either gonna find it or I'm not. Most likely, I'm not. Yeah, Connor, I love everyone's reaction. Looks like it's universally 1% for authentic. Right, okay. Good. That's good. That's what I was operating under the assumption of. I was like, 1% for authentic. It's unlikely is what it comes down to. But yeah, Connor loves everyone's reaction to realizing how long I've been hunting. It's just, wow, yikes. I thought 1,000 encounters was... Actually, I didn't think 1,000 encounters was bad. I was pretty sure that it was going to take 40,000 some encounters before I was... Like, I am all in until I get this shiny authentic Sinistea. Although, we're going to get the new games before I find it, which is going to be a little bit unfortunate. That's going to sort of interrupt my hunt. Don't want Monday to come because you really don't want to do driver's ed. That's fair. I mean, you got 2 days before that. 2 days without driver's ed, but yeah, then Monday does come, and that is annoying. I am sorry. Maybe it won't be as bad as you're thinking it is, or maybe it will just be tedious and a pain. I don't know. hopefully it'll be more bearable. I think 105 hours is like 4 days straight. Really thought it would be longer. I know. It feels like longer because I've spaced it out an hour a day. But yeah. 105 hours of hunting if done consecutive was a little over 4.33 days. Yep, 4 days and 8 hours. That sounds accurate. That's about how much time I have spent looking for this teacup. I'm not crazy. Not ready to learn how to drive. I can relate. I will mention I actually do not have a driver's license. I have my learner's permit. I have renewed my learner's permit every year for many years. But no, I sympathize with the not being ready to learn how to drive. It's a useful skill. It's a good thing to learn how to do. But I relate to the not being super motivated to learn how to do it. I like walking places. I'm like, I don't want to learn how to drive. I could just walk. But then there are things that come up where it's like, except that's too far to walk. I'm gonna have to drive. Did I start hunting before COVID? No. I started hunting... Actually, wait, did I? I think I started hunting pretty much right when COVID started. Which, again, wasn't on stream. But I think that was part of it, is like, I wasn't going to work every day because of the lockdown. And so I had just all day sitting around, and I was like, I'm going to watch YouTube and look for Sinistea. That's what I'm going to do with my time. Which was good for, like, the first month, you know? Like, I got 1,000 encounters, and I was like, alright, well, no shiny authentic Sinistea yet. Spent longer getting a shiny Haxorus. Driving is scary. You're scared just being a passenger. Yeah. It's such like this normalized thing that we sort of forget that you're moving around really fast. Like cars, I mean, cars just keep getting safer, especially if you're, you know, wearing a seatbelt. That's always a good first step. And really, like, driving just keeps getting safer by the day, I think. Because even if your car doesn't have the newest safety features, every time someone else is driving a car that has more updated safety features, it just makes it that much safer for everyone else on the road. So it does keep getting safer, but I understand I don't think it's irrational to look at driving and be like, okay, let's realize that we are moving around at high speeds in vehicles, and some people are not paying attention. But that's why it's important to learn how to drive, is that you can drive defensively, and even if other people aren't being the best driver, you can be a good driver, and it makes it safer for everybody. Car. We got there. I knew what you were talking about. Remember hunting a shiny Zekrom for at least 3 years on and off? Yeah, I guess I've had hunts that have gone on longer, but not as many hunts where I've consistently been like, all right, I'm going to do an hour a day of this thing. And that's why this is definitely the longest that I've, like, actually been hardcore looking for a shiny Pokemon without giving it breaks and stuff. Gotta love auto-incorrect. Started Tyrant Egg sometime in 2018, right? Yeah, I remember you saying that you were looking for Tyrant for forever. Smoxy, you're driving the cat bus from Totoro. Now, there's safety. I would totally trust cat bus. Driving really doesn't get safer. There will always be idiots driving. Right. There will always be idiots, but there will be better cars with more features to hopefully counteract the idiots driving. Like, I mean, you think of these cars that, like, you know, they can detect an accident, like, with auto steering and stuff. And eventually, I think that cars are going to get to a point where they'll be able to communicate between each other. And that's when it gets totally safe. Because once every car is operating on, like, one system, and they're all communicating, like, oh, this one's going to merge into this lane, so we're going to leave space for it. We're obviously not there yet, but I think it will keep getting safer. The way to make driving safer is to create a system where it doesn't matter how bad you are at driving. Gonna be driving a super old Volvo. Connor says, what is a seatbelt? That's a good sign. Don't worry, we're all safe. With Connor on the road. Back in the day when I was breeding for Ralts. Yep, that was a hunt. See you, Sam. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your dinner. And you too, Ampapom. Have a good night. I'm going to try to find 3 more teacups, and then I'm wrapping up. Going to wrap up at good old 42.50. That's what we're going for. I bet I'm going to get it right when you leave. Yeah, thank you all for coming by. It was very cool to meet so many new people tonight. Hope you all enjoyed the hunt. We obviously didn't find any shinies, but, you know, what can I say? That's what this hunt is. Once we get out of the driver's seat, literally, then the roads will be safe. Exactly. Steven's got it. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. Hope you all have a wonderful remaining amount of time in your Friday. For me, Friday is, you know, there's only a few hours, but maybe some of you have more to your Friday left. I have spoken so many coherent words today. I am so good at this. Gonna see if I'm doing 3 more. All right, you got it. All right, we're at 42.49 right now, so we're gonna do 1 more encounter, and then that's it. 2 subs to 100. Oh, Connor, the team, the 100 sub team is coming. I never thought it would happen. All right, last teacup of the day. Guess what? Not pink. What a surprise! I'm so shocked. I never would have guessed that we were going to find another 100 non-shiny Sinistea. It's fantastic. What a great hunt. I love it. It's going to be the new shiny hunt method for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. That's the question. What are the new shiny hunting methods going to be? But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Thank you all for hanging out and watching. Hope you all have a good evening or day or whatever it is for you in your respective times. Yeah, definitely come back sometime. I'll keep looking for the teacup until I find it. It's gonna be literally forever. But yeah, people, make sure to check out Melichu, because Melichu sent the raid over here, which was very kind. I very much appreciate it. That was an exciting, fun experience for me. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me, and I will see you in the next one. So, good night, everybody.